Cominciamo?
Siamo pronti? Ci siamo?
Ciao ragazzi, come state? Tutto a posto?
Marucci?
This is a Marucci. Yeah, this is
Rizzo's brand, baby.
Yeah, this is Marucci. It's a
Sold like a
Riz
baseball
44 model.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it is. And yeah, it's a great 34 inches. He swings a big stick. I got to be honest.
That's his bat?
Not bad.
It's his model. It's
Yeah,
his model.
but okay, his dimension.
Like, see, all the pros, they got the pro models, and like they sign the deal, and then they get royalties on the model. This is Anthony Rizzo's model. I got two of them. Shout out, I can't think of the guy's name. Kyle over at Marucci. Love you.
That's badass.
Yeah, bro. Someone wrote a book about Anthony Rizzo. It's called Anthony Rizzo is a Good Italian Boy.
Oh,
isn't that awesome?
Yeah, no, he really is a good.
Did he
guy.
write it?
Yeah, really. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to speak on the book too much because I haven't read it or anything. But
yeah,
I just thought it's awesome. Someone made a book like with that title about Anthony Rizzo. Like that's freaking GOAT status.
Yeah, no, he's a great dude though. He's like a genuine. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen. Have you seen him like mic'd up? Like, have you ever seen the clips of him mic'd up at the games?
Yeah.
He's just like a fun dude. He shaves every day. You know that?
Yeah, he's cool. He gets involved with like a lot of stuff too in Chicago. Like
Children's Hospital.
Yeah, exactly. Children's Hospital, and he like goes to the Italian American Sports Hall of Fame, and sponsored up with Bona Beef. So like I don't know, he's just into a lot of stuff, dude.
And
so
he shaves his face every day.
And then the Cubs gave him a horseshit contract. Basically said,
"Yeah,
thank you for everything." So it was like what? It was like 5 years, $70 million or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now
which is good. But like,
I mean, I don't need to turn this into a sports podcast.
No, it's about
Giana will probably kill you if you do, bro.
Yeah, but like now guys are getting signed 3 years, 110 million. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't understand.
Out of control.
They don't want Rizzo for some reason. I would assume so. I don't think he's worth 5 years, $70 million.
I think he's worth more.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's worth what? I think he's worth double.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's really worth that much money.
No, right, but for what the market's paying.
But like for what the market's saying, I pay
Gold
him.
Glove
I
first
double
baseman.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's a good guy. He's a culture guy.
Yeah, it's good for the,
Giana,
for the
franchise.
franchise.
You have to say
it's good for the
this?
franchise.
Listen, guys. To me, it sounds like he's a very good boy. Okay,
Yeah.
that's it.
Bravo, ragazzi.
He's a good guy. He come to dinner, he eat, he clean, he play. He's a good guy.
He's a very good boy. It's a very nice boy. Okay. That's what Nana says, and he could write the book about himself. I love it.
Stand-up comedian over there.
Yeah, man. How you guys been, man? Nick?
Good.
I try not to ask you too much when you came in what's been up because I know it's probably crazy, dude. I just want to hear about the road trip.
Yeah.
For one, just the drive down there.
It was a lot. It was. I mean, I'm doing a road trip this weekend. I got scheduled. Just about like whenever you go on vacation with your family, like you're driving to a place, like it's always like everyone's giddy and everything, and like
it's the best part.
Yeah.
Should we put in this movie? Should we put in that movie? Mom brought salami sandwiches. Okay, 3 hours to go. Driving home, it's like chew with your mouth closed, please. You know, everyone gets so mad at each other. Like, oh my god.
Why don't you recap for us real quick just what you did, your trip, everything?
Oh yeah, man, it was incredible. I got out there April 7th, stayed with Rigatoni, Matt Castellano, in Long Island for 2
What was
nights.
that like? I'm so curious
It
because
was exactly what you would think.
Yeah. See, my
incredibly hospitable.
Yeah.
Very old school. When we went to dinner, like lunch together, they didn't even let me pay it like lunch and dinner. Like we weren't splitting the tab.
Oh
like,
yeah, no.
I sent him and his wife like a big thing of flowers and chocolates today, and within like just there's something, you know what I mean?
Right. No, 100%.
I was 120% their guest, and there was nothing I was going to do.
Yeah,
that's what you do when you come down here.
I got there, dude. I get in the back, I go to my bedroom. I sent you a picture of this.
There's
a shower towel like next to my pillow. I was like, it's beautiful. Matt and Diana, incredible hosts. Mm-hmm. So yeah, stay with them. Go ahead, Matt. Nick.
No. I was just saying you wouldn't like expect anything different. But my question is like, because I haven't really done this yet. But when you meet like, except for with you, but like I feel like I've known you for longer than however long we've known each other. So it was kind of natural. But like someone like Rigatoni, when you go meet him for the first time, it's like what does that feel? It's like I sometimes I feel like it's a little awkward first, like getting what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to match the energy level.
1000%. He was tired too. I mean, he's a steam fitter. He just finished work, some Brooklyn skyscrapers. He was tired too, but he was cooking. He was like, The second I got the camera rolling, like he was my stories and shit, he went into character. But like I've talked to him enough out of character to where I kind of know like he's just a regular big-hearted Italian kid.
He's cool, bro. Like just based on what I've seen the one day when you're at the warehouse and he calls you and he's like, hey, just what do you say? Just checking up on you.
Just want to check. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
He just randomly FaceTimes him.
I was talking to my boy in a minute. How you doing?
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure he was good. I was like, damn, that's awesome.
You were sitting right next to me.
Yeah, he like, exactly. He was cool. So I'm sure they clicked. But you want to give some background too, just in case people haven't listened about Matty Rigatoni.
Yeah, Matty Rigatoni. Cass and I have known him through Brilliantly Dumb. It's Robbie Berger, big podcaster, and he was just one of Bobby's characters on his Happy Hour, his podcast and stuff. And since Nick and I got involved, he was he's just another Italian character who likes to put content out, and we're all kind of on the same page, on the same team. Right?
Yeah, he really is just a big-hearted dude. Like, and that's the thing, like with those guys, especially like. I guess us in general, like when you meet people out and like when you meet them in real life, like I always feel like I have to be in like character. You know what I mean? Like I always had to feel.
Like, I know.
Oh, how you doing? It's
I used to feel that way, and then you kind of realize that like you don't need to do that.
No,
you know what I'm saying? No. So like it takes that edge off of like, oh, I got to be funny. Nah, you just got to be yourself. You'll be all right.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Like when me getting there after driving 14 hours, like running on 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
It was like I was trying to be like myself, you know, like and myself. I think I am animated more like not like my videos in person, but I am animated, and I can't do that, you know. But it was great. I mean, espresso martinis, homemade pizza. It was awesome. So
I'm sure he was excited to have you there too.
Yeah, it was a ride. Yeah, just like coming out of this pandemic, like all of us have met multiple people online the past year.
Yeah.
And it's just to see him in person is the weirdest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, did you meet anybody else in person that you met on the internet?
Oh.
Yeah, why?
I was just curious. I remember seeing I remember seeing something on Instagram that you met someone that like you what was his name? I forget. You guys went golfing. It was a great time.
What's his name?
And then you sat on his back porch and talked about a bunch of things.
Eccolo qua, guardiamo Nicolas Casano! That was so fucking. I didn't know where you guys were. Oh, yeah. So to end off the Long Island thing, I still Rigatoni had a show at Governor's in Long Island on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then I had Atlantic City Friday the 9th, and I stayed there for a weekend. And Nicky Cass's little Jersey Shore getaway house is 20 minutes from there. So on my way back to New York, I played golf with Cass and his dad. Money.
Money Mulo.
Your dad's a good guy, bro.
Dad's the best.
Fun. So is that the first time you two actually met in person then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow,
it's
nuts.
Awesome.
I feel like you
it was surreal.
It's like
we just kind of stare at each other. Like,
I was just gonna say. I remember. So I'm getting out of the car, okay, and we pull into the parking lot of the golf course, and I'm like thinking a million things. I'm like, is he gonna be taller? Is he like, what's he gonna look like? and wait, so I'm getting on my shoes, and so like the clubhouse, like to check in for the tee time with the starter is like a distance where my dad goes to do that, and I guess Nick parked on the other side of the parking lot. So Nick met my dad first, and then I hear his voice as I'm putting on my shoes. I turn around, and I just look at him. I start jumping up and down like a Fortnite kid. And I'm like jumping like a freaking
in the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm like, ah! And he's like so screaming. It was funny. Crazy. It's such a crazy thing. So it really is.
And we got to like hole 11. And
it was a 12th hole. It was a 12th hole.
12th hole. We were just talking the whole time, like just talking about like, yeah, thank you. It was 11. We were just like talking the whole time, like we couldn't stop talking. And like when him and his dad had their own card, I had mine. Like you can only talk so much because you know you got to play
we're
with
sitting
the progression
in the tee box with people behind us on the other hole.
You want to go? Sure, no, I'll go. That's all right. Hold on. What were we saying, anyways, about the? So I'm lying these days.
In a corner on the course, and like these people come up, and we're like, yeah, you guys could just go right there.
Yeah, dude, we had to send him through.
Yeah,
and I'm chipping on 11, and Nick and his dad like e-brakes like fucking Dom Toretto right after. He goes, hey, you want to go have some wine? Yeah, let's
And
go.
then
He's like, all right,
he's
come
like-
on.
He's
And I
like,
thought
"Now?"
you said, I didn't expect him to say, you want to go have some wine. I'm like, where are we
Yeah.
going? Well, it was your backyard. And we just sat on
Yeah.
the porch. It was beautiful.
Oh, it was
And
so
family.
good. It was so good. You should
Your
have seen the look on
Nona's
Nick's face.
Nona's soprasat. I mean, the sausage, the spicy
Ooh, there you
sausage.
go.
Yeah, Nona came out, and then of
I
course
could have hung out for 3 more hours, but
Yeah,
you know, I had to
I
pee
know.
shit too and drive home.
and Nona came out, and like the second Nick started speaking Italian, I'm like, oh, here we fucking.
Oh, God.
Oh, well, your sister was yelling. You're like, no, he doesn't want to play inside. Go back.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yelling at your grandmother because she
Yeah.
doesn't understand English is not going to help. Like, not to be an asshole, but no, stay. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
I was translating or whatever a little bit, but
Anyways, great time. There's
Yeah,
many
it's
more
awesome.
times like that to come.
Dude,
Oh,
just
guys.
absolutely.
when I saw the picture of you two guys, I'm like, it just made my day, bro. I was like,
I met
Jesus,
a friend for
Jesus.
life.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
was like, this
Yeah.
is just cool to see. Like, you guys, we've been talking for so long.
It really is a
Picture you
beautiful.
guys together. I was like, this is fucking
Dude,
cool.
May?
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
June?
not to get too like sentimental, but you know, like social
Oh,
media.
it's dude. You
it
meet
really,
someone super
you know,
close online, and then you
it does
finally meet
something.
'em,
Yeah,
it's
there's
weird.
a lot of blessings that can come from social
Absolutely.
media, and
Yeah.
Nicky
Yeah,
Smigs was one of them.
It's all of us. Like
Yeah.
I met you guys all online.
Craziness, and I feel like
Wild.
I've known, like I feel like I've met each and every one of you in person before.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel you.
100%.
But Smigs, so kind of paint the picture again. So you went,
Yeah.
you had a road trip, a comedy tour, basically.
Yeah.
How many shows do you have?
Three different venues, 7 shows.
3 different venues, 7
One
shows.
in Long Island.
Your
one
first
in,
tour, right?
Yeah, tour.
Yeah.
One in Atlantic City.
Nah,
and
it was a
then,
tour. It was a
It was a
fucking
tour.
I would say a tour.
Yeah.
fucking tour. You went around, you performed. It's a fucking tour, Nick.
Yeah.
I got three
Road trip with the
different
dad.
venues. It was awesome. And then ended out at Uncle Vinny's, which is kind of right in the middle of Jersey, on the Jersey Shore in Point Pleasant. 5 shows there. And
How'd it go? How would you say everything went?
I would say I was super nervous for the first one. Long Island was Governor's is a historic comedy club. Like everyone you could think of has played there, and it's got that like very clubby feel, like red carpet, like candle tables and stuff. And like you're walking around the green room, and you can tell nothing's changed. And just seeing the names on the walls, it was just like Dice Clay, Whitney Cummings, Sebastian, Jim Brewer, Kevin James. Like the names just go on and on and on, and it kind of hit me like, this is what I've been preparing for, and like also what the fuck am I doing here? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because these guys
Yeah.
are legends. So I would say probably the most anxiety I've had since doing stand up was at Governor's, and you could tell a little bit on stage for sure. I mean, it was just hard for me to
Sorry.
just
Yeah.
have it, perfect.
No, absolutely.
I'm
No,
just worried about not forgetting anything in a 30-minute set, let alone not look nervous. I can
Right.
know my shit to a T, but it's like looking nervous, like you have to bottle that shit up,
Right.
So
Yeah.
as time
Yeah,
went
that's gotta
on,
be
I
tough.
felt a lot better for the other shows and just
Yeah.
got comfortable.
Makes
in my
sense. I feel like you always feel more nervous than you actually look, though.
Oh,
Like
100%.
100%, 1000%.
Yeah.
it's a lot of it's in your head.
What does it
But-
feel like the first like 3, 2, 1 before like the second you
Yeah.
gotta go on stage?
Oh,
What does
Yeah.
that feel like?
I'm getting butterflies just thinking about this.
Because I feel like throwing up before I work out.
I mean, it's kind of like you don't know when the comedian before you is going to get off. It could be 5 minutes or 10 minutes, but it's kind of like being on deck and everyone paid for you,
Yeah.
but you don't
That's a
know
good
when the
feeling,
batter
man.
ahead of you is going to do. You don't know when they're going to get off.
I mean, just a beautiful analogy out of Nicky Smith.
I think we multiply the angst by 100 because the fucking families there, people pay tickets for this.
I'd probably
like,
cry.
it happens so fast. It's happened the past couple months. It's happened so fast.
Yeah,
So it's
100%.
like it was a lot for sure. Rodia came to the Long Island show.
Oh, that's
she
nice.
showed up.
Respect.
Owner said he wanted
Yeah.
to see me
Yeah,
and
it was-
stuff, and he did some time, which is really cool. He's been a huge help. Just
Yeah, it's
get
awesome.
me into stand-up stuff. And then I would say by Uncle Vinny's the week after, I felt a lot more I started hitting like 27 minutes, 29 minutes. I actually went 33 one night, so like I was right around like the 30-minute mark. I had it down by the end of it, so it felt really good to just get my groove and shit. And
Mhm.
family came out, college buddies flew out and surprised me. Buddies from
Fuck
Houston
yeah.
came.
Damn,
Fuck
that's sick.
yeah.
It was awesome. It was. I'm
So
still
good experience overall.
exhausted. I got home 3 days ago. Yeah.
Ugh,
No, it was
This
all
makes
all
it
3
good.
clubs asked me to come back, which is huge.
Wow.
So
Ah,
it's,
Nick,
Of course they
it's a
did.
nice
No.
little testament.
so proud of you.
I
chalk
couldn't be
it up to a
happier for
victory.
you, Nick.
Yeah.
You're an
Yeah.
easy guy to root for. There's nobody easier to root for,
I
honestly.
appreciate it.
Agreed. This is only the beginning.
Support's been amazing, and yeah, it's nice to know like I have weekends now of work like down the road. You don't have to worry about
Right.
like XYZ
Right.
Sure.
weekends. It's like, oh, that's what you do. You go back to these clubs. It's not like I never go to them again. You work on new shit and then you post it and then they go back. It's like, it's a great feeling. You know?
You excited?
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. August, November, December. It's like, let's go, dude. I'll see you in Brigantine, baby.
Let's go.
So yeah, thank you guys. It feels good.
That's awesome, man.
I love it.
Best support in the world. Everybody, you guys, fucking the internet, whatever. Minimal negativity. No joke. Minimal negativity, which I think is hard to find.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm blessed for sure. A lot of support. So it's been fucking great couple of weeks.
Well, we're always rooting for you here. You're killing it.
Always, especially you in that sweat jacket.
It's very comfortable. It's very comfortable.
It looks like you could bench 315, no problem.
Are you at three bills yet, Sunshine?
No.
I can see your videos every other day.
Nah, I'm at 3 bills.
One brick at a time. One way.
Listen.
I love it.
You know, the brick by brick is a real thing.
I know it is.
This isn't a motivational podcast. But
I know.
But no, I haven't hit 3 bills yet, but I will, and it'll come in time, and that's it.
Man. For your frame, I love it. That's fucking.
You know what happens is that if someone can't bench, let's just say 225, all right, and I can, and I'm 2 times smaller than them, they say I got a short range of motion. Okay, fine.
Yeah, dude.
Fine.
The shortest defensive lineman in high school.
Fine. I got a short range of motion. The bar's got to go here to here. Fine. Works great. Okay, I'm 160 pounds. How much do you weigh? 185.
You weigh 160?
I'm strong.
You weigh 160?
I weigh 160 pounds. The range of motion don't matter.
What's your body fat? Like 7?
I don't know. No.
Bro, 160? You can bench double your weight, bro. You can bench double your weight, just about.
Yeah, but you know how crazy that is to be 7%? I'm not 7% body fat. You can't bench double your weight and be 7% body fat. We're not going to turn this into a lecture, but but it just bothers me because, like, you know, they tell me I got the short arms. Okay, you weigh 45 pounds more than me. So what is your argument that why you can't do it?
More bone marrow? Yeah.
Yeah, like, please. Oh, I got longer arms. Okay, you got 45 pounds on me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
people got
Giana,
excuses, bro.
Seems like a topic that heats you up.
Speaking of sweatshirts that make you look big.
You guys you'll all look great. Don't worry.
You too, G. Bed's always made back there. Bed's always made back there.
Yeah.
Always made.
Always made. True.
Yep.
Good point.
Every day a podcast.
Happy we're here, my
brother. Unsure.
Yeah, really.
You're Gnocchi this weekend, Giana.
Yeah, Cass had that come out.
Wow.
Why don't you tell everybody like what it is? Because I don't know, I forget the name of it, but like you made a TikTok about it.
Cass texted me this weekend. He goes, "Yo, G, my dad, he saw your gnocchi video online. He wants to make it. Can you send me the recipe?"
My dad's like, Nick, you think you could ask Giana to send over the gnocchi recipe, please? It looks pretty good.
And Nick exaggerates when he does his dad, but it's pretty damn close. He's got more attitude than you think. With the forearm braces, I was like, that's got to be Mr. Casano, dude. And he pointed at me before I noticed him on the court. He's like, hey, Smigs, hey. Like, oh, either the elbow bump, and then I see you like in the fucking lot. I'm warming up on one, like this ball's going to the moon. I'm so happy to be here.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, the first hole was
anyways.
But
the point of your dad's energy, I mean, I just love business. I like the sport of business. I like the sport of business.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Sounded like fucking
dude. He's
great. Jay Gatsby. I like the sport.
Yeah, dude, my dad talked to him for a bit too. I got that impression, bro. He's a G, dude. Like,
my dad's the name. I'm very blessed.
Real quick, about your dad, not to sidebar too far, but your dad was saying this is how involved Cass's dad is in his stuff, which he is your manager.
Yes, my dad is.
This is how involved Mr. Casano, the manager, is. He gave you shit for not being at 303,000 followers. Yeah. You were at 302 on some day.
My dad. Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
No.
I mean. Fuck.
It's not in like one of those. It's not in one of those ways where it's.
No. It just shows a graph. He's like, by X date, you should progress this way. Like, It's amazing.
Yes,
dude.
yeah.
Have your dad hands on.
I couldn't ask for a better like person by my side. I mean, he is just on top of everything, man. Like It's really like one of them things that just sounds too good to be true. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious.
You gotta stick.
I could see your dad in bed, you know, next to Rosalie, like, Nicky, 302,
Yeah.
302.
Honey, what the hell's he doing? Wait. So I'll tell you.
It's supposed to be 303.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you.
You know,
I'll replay the exact scene. So I walk into my kitchen. I walk into my kitchen. It's like a Wednesday. Like my dad is eating lunch, and like out of nowhere, he just goes, "You're slowing down a bit." And I was like, what? I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he was like, "You were at 302 for the last 2 days. You usually, you know, you do 1,000 a day, Nick. You should be at 303." And I was like, "Are you keeping track?" Fuck yeah, I'm keeping track. I'm like, all right. And so yeah,
what a rude awakening.
he's been on top of me. Yeah, no. But listen, I wouldn't want it any other way. I really want to get, you know what it is, dude? Because like I love what I do, but I'm also 20 years old. Sometimes I get lazy.
Oh yeah, it's probably easy.
He's right, like he's right there to, you know what I'm saying? So very blessed. I'm very lucky.
Anyways, back to Mr. Cass asking about Giana's gnocchi recipe.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm more excited to meet your dad in person than you.
I think he talked more than Nick did in a good way.
Oh yeah, my
dad, it was awesome.
He loves
it. It was awesome.
He loves it. God. Makes me happy.
Sorry, the gnocchi recipe. Yeah, so I sidetracked.
Nah. All good. So yeah, I made a TikTok of, I don't know, just a recipe I had experimented with gnocchi. It was like a tomato cream sauce, and Cass was just like, yo, can you text me the recipe? And he was like, oh, my dad's pumped. This is so great. This is great. We're gonna make it tonight. So I'll let you know how it goes. He sends me a picture. It came out so fabulous, fantastic. And I was like,
it was good, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Oh, it was so fucking. And you know what it was too? It was gnocchi, but it was like spinach, and there was like, we had sun-dried tomatoes in there.
Spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, a little heavy cream.
Oh,
it was nice, dude. Parmesan.
I mean, you want to talk about a sponge job with the bread?
Yeah,
there's no better. There's no better. Yeah, she did a sponge job. Yeah, there's no better sponge job than
my father does that during the holidays.
Like it was unbelievable. I ate like a full plate of like the pasta, but then I had probably a half a loaf of bread, just like dipping it in.
I love that. I love to hear it, Cass. That makes me so happy. Now I got a question. Did you guys all roll out the gnocchi as a family, or was that just
not as a family? Not as a family. No. So what happened was my dad. Yeah, she's great. when my dad gets something in his head, like what he wants to do, like especially in the kitchen, he wants to control the whole operation, and I'm like the same way. So I really can't like be the sous chef. I'm either the head chef or I can't be the chef. So like I kind of let him do his thing, and my sister really acts as like the sous chef. And so it was my dad, my sister, and then Nona like came across and saw what they were doing. She was like, "No, it's not look good. It's not look right." And so she like did her own plate, and obviously they were much better. But yeah, it was my dad, my sister, and Nona. But yeah, it was
awesome. I recently had since I have my own place now, like I don't know how to make too many things. So finally I told my mom, like, you got to come by the place and just teach me how to make sauce, you know, because I bought all this pasta and it's been sitting in the shelf. I refuse to ever use store-bought pasta sauce. So it's like, I don't know, I had her come by and make it and teach me. I wrote down like all the instructions and stuff and learned how to do it. And it came out freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
It's good to learn. Yeah.
It was. And it's funny too, because she's like so knowledgeable about what goes into it and stuff, and she's kind of like telling me, well, you could, you know, this is just the way I do it, and I learned from, you know, my mom and stuff, but she's like, you could change this and change that, and it's like, I want to do what grandma did. This is all I've been used to my whole life. Like, I want to learn the way you guys do it exactly. So that's what I shot for. It was awesome. Like, it's cool, like just learning the traditions too, and you know what I mean. You want to keep it going. So
100%.
It was fun to do. You know,
100%. It's so good that you did that, and I don't know if you guys have seen any of the videos of how like typical Italian or Italian American moms kind of have their daughters do a little bit more in the kitchen, and then the sons are just kind of sitting around. But it's so true in my family, at least, where my mom's like, oh, Giana, come here, watch what I'm doing, because when I die, no one's going to have this recipe but you. So you have to take notes and watch what I'm doing. And then all my boy cousins are like sitting on their asses. I'm like, Mom, why doesn't cousin Nick have to do this? Gee, watch me how to make it, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
It's good to have that power.
It's all in here now. That's okay.
My aunt, because she helped with Easter for years, is the only one that knows the calzone recipe. And now that she knows it, like she is currently redoing her house, and is going to start hosting like Easter and shit and like Thanksgiving, because she's always been like not the sous chef, but like a huge part in helping, and like no one else knows the recipe. I mean, they could ask or whatever, but it's just funny that now she's going to host because she has the calzone recipe. Like it's going to sound like a beat. So.
I went through a calzone making phase.
But
no, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. I went through a pizza and a calzone making phase, and I'd
you're
make
still
a
in your pizza phase, bro.
Well, no, but I'm saying like make
Joe,
like
you never leave the pizza.
No,
phase.
I'll never leave the pizza phase. But like I'm saying, like make it from home, and
yeah, gotcha.
That's awesome.
So what I would do is I would invite all my friends over, and I'd be like, I'm gonna make you pizza in the calzone, and then let me know what you think of it. And I got the pizza down. Like the pizza. Listen, the best pizza you'll ever have. It's 3 ingredients. It's the dough, it's the sauce, and it's the cheese. But the oven and the quality of the tomatoes and the freshness of the cheese are what separates a great pizza from an outstanding pizza. Okay, because every pizza is great. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. Pizza is always going to be great.
Right.
But so I would do that, but the calzones are hard. Like the calzones, you got to make sure that you tuck under the dough and you make it thick enough so it doesn't leak out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a lot of shit going on there.
It's a lot of shit going on in there,
and
you gotta make sure that it doesn't. No, but I'm serious, because what you do is when you fold it under, you got to take the fork and you got to like pat it down like this. But when you put it in the oven for too long, it like the things burst, and the regatta comes out. It's a pain in the ass, and it's sad. You know how many times?
It's a lot of effort. Yeah, and it's just like it looks like a chicken pot pie from hell. Yeah, at the end of it.
Like I invite him over to my house. I sit him down. It's this big build up, and I hand him over a fucked up calzone. You know what I mean? But that's how you learn.
Yeah.
I did with that. The bagels. I used to make bagels. Listen.
At least you're cooking for your friends. It's not like you're doing Christmas Eve and Nick's got some fucked up calzone coming.
Oh yeah, no. At least it's my friends. At least my friends.
Yeah. See, that's good. You cook though. Like what Giana was telling about, like the boys, how they don't have to do anything. That was all me. Like just growing up, I never had to lift a finger anytime. So it's like I didn't even watch or anything. My mom would just call me down like, dinner's ready, you know what I mean? And it's like I just never picked up how to cook because I never really watched. I was spoiled with it all. So it's kind of been fun, like just trying to learn stuff now, having her over. And
you should try a calzone.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, calzones are good when they're homemade too. Yeah, exactly. That's the most important thing. I could do a lot with that now, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And you could take that sauce and dip a calzone in that sauce.
Yeah, true.
There's a lot you can do with the calzone.
You know, I've never made calzones before.
If you need to know how to make one, just give me a holler.
I'll give you a call.
How to do it. Yeah.
Watch the up and coming Nicky Cass calzone TikTok.
But I'm sure I can't. You know what I mean? Like I go through the phases.
Dude, throw a TikTok recipe up, bro.
You know what? People would love that. You know,
They would, dude. You can have a segment.
Do that.
You could have a segment every week.
But you know who? But then it's like that kid QCP. You know what I'm talking about?
But you don't have to. I mean, he's got a very specific like pasta batch. Like that's his.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to get into that. Like,
Nah, you could throw your own spice on it. I made my cooking videos.
I was gonna say like G made them and just nice like simple.
You know what? That's a genius idea. I'm gonna do that.
Write it down, bro. Put in the notes.
He's literally writing a note right now.
Oh, no, what do you think? I'm a joke?
That's like a weekly thing. Seriously, bro.
Yeah, that could be a really good thing. Then there's all the critics.
Always gonna be critics.
There's a
but you're
in the DMs.
I know, but you're like so opinionated about certain things, bro. Like it doesn't matter. You're not gonna hold back. People aren't changing your mind on what you think with ingredients and food, and I see how it goes with people. Like I don't know. That's what people need, bro. Is those opinions, you know.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but the calzone, I just think should be. No, I'm saying we can talk about
Nicky calzones.
No, I'm being serious. The calzone, I think should just be like ricotta and like garlic and like a little bit of olive oil in there. That's it. I don't think you should put the meats in there. I don't like it. I don't know.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm serious.
You had the same take about pizza 2 weeks ago. Have you seen her forget that? You don't think toppings should go?
I don't think toppings should go on pizza. I don't think so.
Wait, whoa. Are we talking pizza or calzone still?
Both.
Both now. I think pizza. I'm a pizza purist. That's what they call us.
Okay, but calzone, bro, it's a
never heard
pie.
that.
It's a pie. It's an Italian pie.
Yes, I understand.
You want it to be just cheese and garlic?
Yes, ricotta cheese and some garlic. Maybe throw a little bit of. You could throw a parmesan in there, but I'm saying for me, what I look for in a calzone is I look for a nice hard outside but soft on the inside. Because what ends up happening when you put meats in there, you overcook the inside and it comes out dry.
Not always.
I beg to differ, Nick. I'm telling you, I don't think meat should go in a calzone.
I got a quick question. Sorry to interrupt.
Gianna. Yeah, no, absolutely. You're all part of this podcast.
Yeah. So, Cass, do you never put the sauce inside the calzone? You specifically use never. Wow.
No, I did. No. I dipped the calzone in the marinara.
Okay.
Huh. I've obviously had a calzone with like meat in it, but I just would rather.
So is it a texture thing?
No, I think it's a flavor thing. I think what ends up happening is you lose, because what is a calzone?
It's dough, it's cheese, and whatever else you want.
Yeah, but what is the concept of a calzone?
I mean, what's the concept of pizza?
Pizza in half.
It was the cheapest ingredients in the south of Italy. It's what our cuisine's our cuisine, because we had pasta,
simple.
bread, and sauce.
Exactly.
Cheese is a formality.
It's simple. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm a pizza purist. That's why I don't think it should be changed, because it's simple. That's what it is. It's the simple ingredients.
That's fair.
The calzone, I think, is the same thing. I don't think you mess with the calzone too much, just like you don't mess with the pizza.
You could say that about so many different dishes, though.
I respect that, dude.
Listen, this is my opinion. I'm not saying.
I guess you know what? I have that opinion on pasta, so I'm not going to diss it. I like less. The less in my pasta, the better. When people add shit, it's like, why are there carrots? You know, like when there's too many. I'm a pasta purist.
So
I can't really. I'm going to disagree on the pizza thing, but I'm not going to diss the take.
Okay, so all right. So let me ask you.
Garlic, olive oil, red pepper, aglio olio. I could eat it every day.
Oh yeah. Oh, unbelievable.
All right.
Carbonara, maybe an egg or two. Pecorino Romano.
Let's talk about the pizza. What toppings do you think should belong on a pizza?
I don't think there's a yay or nay. I think the beauty of our cuisine is that you can mix and match stuff. I think that's what makes it so good, is that you can try different types of.
I understand.
You know, manigot should just be cheese and sauce.
Yeah, big time.
But it depends on the shape of the pasta. That's the beauty of being Italian. You can mix and match.
No, I agree.
You have to be one way, I feel like.
I think it's a great perspective. Mike and Giana, I want to hear your opinions.
I like meat a lot. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to both pasta and pizza, I could have meat another time.
Thank you.
I'm more so either, like you said, Cass, very simple kind of gal.
You're pizza purist.
Or I don't mind a good veg. I like tomatoes. I know. I'm sorry. I'm telling you my opinion.
No, that's okay.
I mean, like,
we knew it was going to be different.
What are we doing here, Cassie, right?
You're right. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyways.
I apologize for that.
I don't know if you guys have ever had the quattro gusti or the quattro stagioni, but it's got artichokes, olives, some prosciutto sometimes. I think it's amazing.
I do too. I do too.
I love that. I mean, the prosciutto obviously is a little bit of meat, but I like the vegetables on top very much.
I think it's good. I like that kind of pizza. But then again, that's like a Neapolitan style, like, you know what I'm saying?
Here's my thing with toppings on pizza. If I pick up a slice and it's too heavy, it flops, I don't want to eat it. It's too much toppings.
And I think
I'm gonna do 1 to 2 toppings max. More than that, it's like I had like with Mike Marino that New York style, and I folded it. It had sliced tube sausage on it. It was awesome. And I picked it up, I folded it, and it held. It wasn't too much sausage, but it was just something more than bread and cheese. I'm gonna be full for more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's why I like meat on pizza, because it's a meal for me. Like, I want to be able to be full. So protein, you should know, Mr. 225. That protein tends to fill you up. Go ahead, Mike. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, that's why they started doing meatballs when Italians immigrated to America and all that stuff, just to get some protein and Nick, you're probably like my answer, dude. I like the simplest of all pizzas, dude. The margarita pizza.
Yeah, no, me too.
That's my favorite pizza all day, and it's so simple. Like, throw the basil on, and dude,
that's true.
So many people screw up the margarita pizza, dude. It's not even funny. They're disgusting. I wanted to get your opinion on this, Nick. You ever get a margarita pizza and it's just like the layer of cheese and not the drops of it, and then it's like they throw whole tomatoes on top. Like you're eating pieces of tomato and cheese. Like people screw it up bad, dude. What is with that?
People like a lot of people like you were saying mistake margarita pizza. Like when sometimes you'll even go to a pizza joint and you'll order margarita. And it's literally like a regular slice. It looks like a football slice, and they just call it like a margarita slice. Like to me, there's a very huge difference between a cheese slice and a margarita slice. So when I order a more like and usually they don't do the margarita in slices. They'll usually, like, if you'll notice, it'll either be a square pie or you can only get it in a pie.
Personal.
Personal, exactly. But I think it's more of a Neapolitan thing. I think like when you get the margarita, it's oftentimes it's light and fluffy and stuff like that. But like if you're at a pizza joint and you get a margarita and it's got full tomatoes, a bunch of cheese, obviously, I wouldn't go back there because
I can't do it, bro.
I mean that's acceptable. What do you mean you say full tomatoes? And we're looking at a picture right now of margarita pizzas that have the mozzarella slice and it's like circles.
This one right here is the one.
There's mini tomatoes.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
The mini tomatoes are, but I didn't see them at first. But I just like the basil on. Like I don't like the layer of cheese.
But it's supposed to be
the
mozzarella circles placed all over the pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So that's what differentiates it from a cheese slice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For the most part. Well, and there's a reason why it's called margarita. We should look this up. I think
how does
it's supposed to be the Italian flag, red, green, and white. And those are the toppings. I know that's like
a big sleeper on the pizza that not a lot of pizza joints take advantage of is the buffalo mozzarella. You ever have buffalo mozzarella?
I don't think so.
Did you just say it's underrated? It's the best take ever.
Yeah, it's the most underrated.
I just found the margarita answer. That's why I was like, yeah, totally agree.
For one second, Cass, I thought you were talking about buffalo chicken pizza, and I was
no.
When you said buffalo, that's what I thought too.
Buffalo mozzarella. It is the most beautiful thing because it's mozzarella, but it's softer.
Dude, if you took mozzarella and made it 4 times better somehow, that's what you just get the raw
exactly.
That's what ricotta. So when like the liquid that comes out of buffalo mozz is ricotta. It's recooked. So that's why it's like crumbly because they take. I love this shit. Yeah.
Oh, so
cheese is the best thing in the world. I think. I'd rather have cheese over chocolate. I took a Facebook test. I'm gonna be totally honest. Savory or sweet? I ended up eating savory because I like cheese more than chocolate. Cheese is the best.
Oh, I'm savory all day.
Anyways, I'm totally interrupting Cass.
And then the buffalo mozzarella, it's everything you look for in the mozzarella, but it's softer, it's more moist. So when you put it on, you don't eat a lot. So when you put it on the pizza, it soaks into the dough. And then it cooks with that dough. It just makes it so
buffalo mozz. Dude, you put it with like some sliced like spicy sopressata, layer it out with the crackers.
You know what's a great thing? Ricotta with a little bit of honey on a piece of bread.
Really? A little honey.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, there's this place in Park Ridge actually called Holt.
Yeah, Holt's.
They have a honey spicy sopressata with ricotta.
Yeah.
So good.
Wow.
Actually, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at first. I was like, I'm not a sweet guy on pizza. Like I don't like sweet, but the savory sweet combo, I were to say, if there were to be one that's pizza-able, for lack of a better word, like spicy sopressata and the honey or whatever. Yeah. So great take. I like that take. I found a margarita answer.
Let's hear it.
So the chef called it pizza margarita to honor the Queen and Kingdom of Italy, since the toppings are red, white, and green, representing the national flag.
Oh, wow.
Tomato, mozzarella, and basil.
What's like the true way they make it in Napoli, bro?
I don't know. That's probably another.
I'm pretty sure it's just like that, like simple. Like
I'm saying
circles
there's no
of mozzarella.
Yeah, the circles.
I just imagine it a lighter and fluffier version of a regular slice of pizza. Like I could, I mean,
it's almost a flatbread. It's supposed to be
light,
right?
Yeah, but I feel like I could eat a full margarita pie, no problem.
Easily. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like putting protein on pizza, because I will eat the whole thing if it's not filling enough, and then I'll be hungry in 2 hours. It's bread and cheese.
One little pro tip, I can tell you. It's what I used to do. Still do it. When you have a full pizza and you worry about your protein intake, you just slam 50 grams in a shake right after.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I don't know.
Talk
about a nightmare. A nightmare.
I mean, I'm just saying,
espresso, ice cream. No. You tell me when you go out to a nice dinner, you inhale a margarita and you go, hold on, Dad, I'll be in the movie in a second.
When I get home before I go to bed, I make sure I get the other 50 grams.
Wouldn't you do that anyways? Even if you had a little size each?
Yeah, probably would. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's not your substitute. I don't know. The definition of pizza is, we can agree to disagree on it.
Speaking of disagreements in food, you guys ready to talk about the sauce versus gravy classic debates?
Let's do it.
You ready? All right, so this
I'm
is
gonna
a
let everyone
very,
say their piece, and then I'm gonna go.
it's a very, very touchy subject. I mean, we've been posting this for years on the pages, and every time we post it, people are ready to tear each other's heads off, like death threats and freaking, I don't know, Nick, you were saying some of the sayings people say real quick.
Yeah,
like,
that is a joke. I
debate.
said Italian, and people hammered me.
Oh my
that was the point, was to
God.
get people to,
Yeah.
give me shit
God.
for saying Italian, and they all went for it. Like, well, I didn't know this was such a hot topic. It was a joke in the first
Yeah, you
place.
never think
Said Italian is a joke, and I just got smoked.
Yeah.
Just the
Italians-
floodgates. It was like I was in the middle of the ring with Russell Crowe. He was,
Yeah.
ready to get attacked about Italian. It was a joke.
Italians will smoke you. And yeah, especially with sauce and gravy, you can't even bring it up. Actually, we have a Facebook group, and I feel bad because literally, like, it's hard to allow posts where people say the word sauce or say the word gravy in the day. They could, like,
It's a whole other.
they could literally just take a picture and say, hey, it's Sunday dinner, I made sauce, and then like 50 people come in, it's gravy. And
It
vice
aggravates-
versa. So like
it
we have
aggravates
to
the shit out of me.
Yeah, we literally like we just
Nick's
stopped.
like I was one of them.
Yeah. I left that Facebook group.
Yeah.
But I can't even allow it in because it's like people are swearing at each other. It's crazy.
I
It's
would
like
be
people,
shocked if, like, what if there was like a division at Google that was just for Italian slang, and they blocked all words, like, they're filtering speech, and now it's just gravy for sauce people, and it's like it'll just turn into asterisks, like G, bunch of asterisks,
Yeah, yeah.
Don't want to piss off the revolution over sauce or gravy, Columbus Square.
Yeah, so
Fanculo, trae di sauce.
so like just me being behind this, seeing this, whether it's Instagram, Facebook groups, Facebook pages, whatever, just me always seeing it. After a while, I just started to like put myself in the shoes of each person, and just like, for me, I'm not like that opinionated over one side or the other because I see like why people call it, gravy. I see why people call it sauce. And to me, I personally don't think it's a big deal as long as you're keeping up traditions, as long as you're making sauce, and you know what I mean. I personally don't think it really makes that big of a deal what you call it. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys think you should?
You're preempting this conversation to make sure we don't lose half our subscribers. I think it's okay on both sides.
Well,
It's going to be totally fine.
It is what
However the conversation goes, I'm just giving you shit.
It is what I truly believe.
It's a huge deal
people,
for some reason.
For me, even saying that, people are probably going to be pissed. So it's you can't. There is no right answer in this. Like,
and
people
like
will be mad
idiots,
no matter what.
And that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem. No, I'm about to explode. That's the problem because like everyone thinks that their answer is right. Like, do you understand how big Italy is? Like, do you understand that? Like, it doesn't.
70 milioni persone.
Like, if you go up north, people do different shit up north than they do down south. It's just like the United States.
Italy's got like 60 different dialects, and each of those.
It's like you call soda one thing up in New York,
right.
People call it pop down south. It's like it's such a different thing. So there is no right answer. It all has to do with where you came from. You.
For Italian Americans, it's like
100%.
If it's that culturally diverse among like Italy themselves, like it's got to be amplified to the max for all the immigrants because everybody marries an Italian, and it's like it's a great.
So I sat down with my grandmother because I was sick and tired of it. No, I did. I sat down with her and I said, Nona, there's been a lot of shit going on social media. I know you don't know what that is, but no, I'm being serious. It's a serious thing. It really happened. But people are debating whether it's called sauce or whether it's called gravy. And I just want to understand, like, in Italy, did you guys ever call it gravy? And she said to me, yes. And she said they called it ragu in Calite. But the ragu was when they took the meats and they brine the meats they cook the meats in the big pot, and then and then they would throw the sauce in with the meat, and then the juice from the meat would seep into the sauce on Sundays, and then that's what they would call gravy, right?
Fair.
But when you take out the meat, it's fucking sauce. Like, that's what it is. It's tomato sauce.
Mm-hmm.
If you add the meat and you slow cook it in a pot, then it's gravy. But that, like I said, that's where I came from. So it could be different for someone else. Like, there's no right answer.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people say too, is if it has meat versus if it doesn't have meat. And I think that's kind of where it stems from. It's an Italian American thing for the most part. Like like you said, they say ragu, but when you come to America and speak English, like there is no word for meat sauce like they have it, you know? Right. So it's like, what do you say if you're an Italian from Italy trying to learn English? What's like the proper way? The definition of gravy is a meat-based sauce.
Yes.
So
really?
Yeah, exactly. People probably literally took, you know, they're trying to figure out a word for their.
Is what we're saying.
Exactly. So like
they both exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. but for every family, they both exist. If you make a tomato
I'm not
sauce,
going to speak for anybody else, but in my family, they both exist.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And for a lot of people, it is that way. But I just think, like, I see a lot of people just say because they don't say it in Italy. Yeah, they're not going to say it there.
Thing to say.
Well, they're not supposed to say it there. And I get the reasoning if you want to do everything proper and stuff. Like now for us looking back, like after generations and stuff, like we could tell you, yeah, this is what they say, this is what they don't say, whatever. But my grandfather coming in from the country trying to learn English, figuring out words for everything, and they have a word for meat sauce, and in America they don't, and you're trying to figure it out. Like I don't see it as a big deal. I think the word gravy was invented by Italians. So therefore, like, there's not other ethnicities who walk around calling it gravy. Say gravy
in Italian. Like,
I translate the word.
I don't know.
Sugo.
I was just gonna
say. It makes so much sense. Everything is sugo.
It wasn't ragu. It was sugo. It wasn't ragu. It was sugo.
Dude, that's what everybody says. Oh, and of course, in alternate translations, it says sauce and gravy. But sugo is. I remember my buddy saying that.
She didn't say ragu. She said sugo. That's
okay. Yeah.
Sauce is directly translated as salsa. And literally, this is Google Translate. I have to ask.
That's what I saw too.
Buddy. Sugo is sauce.
Maybe she said ragu. I don't know.
The argument.
It was either ragu or sugo, but like the point being is, you know, I think they both exist. Yeah. But like Italians, we are the most like. Okay, everyone's gonna say that about their culture, where they come from, that they're the most loving. But like, we're also very quick to like claim our Italian.
It's so competitive. It becomes a thing.
Yeah.
It becomes a thing. Anything to argue about.
My 2 cents here. In Sicily, they call it sugu. There's a lot of like pronunciation.
Right. It almost sounds. If you sound Chinese, if you learn modern Roman like that, I couldn't understand it when I went down there.
Big time. Yeah, it's totally different. So they say sugu, but that's only, like you said, Cass, with the meat. Gotcha. But now, my take of how it's always been growing up is very similar to like Cass said, with the differences of just like where you live in the U.S. So my mom's side of the family is in Chicago, and my dad's side of the family is New York. So growing up, my mom's side of the family was exclusively sauce. My dad's side of the family, Staten Island, gravy.
Yeah.
And they were all the exact same thing without meat. And that's just how I understood it. Like literally, my aunt.
They both come from your family. The roots of your family are from
all Italian. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but like growing up, I was literally like, "Gee, you want like gravy and macaroni," which is like, pasta with sauce.
Yeah, macaroni's another one too.
Yeah.
That people debate, but yeah, I feel you. I get that too a lot in the comments. People saying like gravy's a Jersey thing or gravy's a Philadelphia thing or whatever. Like it's kind of weird. I wonder how that all broke apart into different, like, I definitely see what you're saying. I think some neighborhoods were calling it and some weren't. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy, the history behind it, you know?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Well, listen, it was a phenomenal episode. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we covered top to bottom, very important topics. Shout out E-Money Mulo.
Yeah, it did.
I might put that on Instagram, just a clip of talking about your dad.
Ci vediamo presto.